230.
About 230 pounds black braids in her hair. She got braids? Or?
No, she had a bundle on. She had a bundle on. Then on.
Yeah. Mimi, you said it's long and straight, right? Black.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
she got, yeah.
okay, so her hair right now is long, straight. It was the last time they saw her.
Most likely it's in the body because she's not even.
Yo, Jenny Gang, what it do? So we're back with another horror story that I've already touched on for a tad bit of an update. Like the video, share the video, definitely share the video. Someone is missing and we do not know what is going on. When I say we, I mean the community. Comment on my commentary. And this video will be very brief because this case is really honestly too close to me for me to dive in it like I want to, because there's some people that's involved that I actually used to be associated with. And I don't know, stuff just looking a little fishy with them. So I'm not going to go into details too much, but I am going to show you guys the news clip because I didn't actually see the news clip last time. One of my friends had called and just told me what was said, and immediately I was like, that doesn't make sense. But everyone feels that way. It's just not a complete story. But this horror story, true crime story, if there is a crime, is about Alexis Ware, the Greenville mother who lived in Anderson, she lived in Greenville from Anderson, one of the two, but that's right here at home for me. But she is still missing. She's been missing since the 31st of January. It is now the 23rd of February, I believe. But just listen to this short interview that her boyfriend / baby daddy, Mr. TJ.
I tried to get back in contact with her later that Sunday, that her phone started going straight to voicemail.
Kayla Robinson says up until this past Sunday, she spoke with her cousin Alexis every day.
She always answers, even if I call at 3 o'clock in the morning, like she answers her phone.
Kayla says her 29-year-old cousin is a light in their family, someone who has a lot of friends across the upstate. That's why her disappearance doesn't make any sense. One of the last people to see Alexis was her boyfriend.
I had met her on Highway 29 at the store to get the kids from her.
TJ Patterson says he picked up Alexis's 2 children from her at the 7-Eleven on Highway 29 North around 7 p.m. Sunday. The plan was for her to follow him back to TJ's mom's home. However, he says she never made it.
We got to Amity Road, went to the red light. She went around me and sped off.
TJ says he tried calling her again and again, but she never answered.
Nobody knows where she is.
Both Kayla and TJ say they just want Alexis back.
Alexis is my heart, you know what I'm saying? I love her to death. That's my son's mother. And we all want a home.
She means everything. I mean, she's, a piece of everybody's heart at this point. And we want her here so we can at least know she's okay. And if she do need help or a break, then, I want her to know that's okay as well.
Deputies say Alexis could be driving her red Honda you see here. The family hopes someone sees the car or Alexis and helps bring her home safely.
Okay, gang, so let me say what I feel like I'm comfortable in saying about this case. It is a lot of rigmarole, okay? There is a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of people doing readings and stuff like that. I don't like that shit. Like, I follow a lot of spiritual pages, like a lot of law of attraction pages, because I heavily believe in that. And some of them sometimes will DM you and say, can they do a reading on you? Absolutely not, okay? Because just no, I just don't like that. They can say anything and they put something in your head like, oh yeah, this ain't never gonna happen for you, or this is gonna happen for you, and you get in your head, you start believing it, then it makes whatever they say come true, okay? As a matter of fact, this is off subject, but whatever happened to the lady who was doing all those readings around the Mo3 case? Like, she was going live every day. She was making a lot of money doing readings. Whatever happened to that? I don't know. But anyway, the people doing readings on her, like, just a lot of unnecessary stuff. Now, of course, you got vloggers like me, YouTubers, the news. You got internet experts. Everybody's putting their 2 cents in, but I just feel like the psychic should be left out of it because y'all really don't know. But anyways, there is a page called Finding Alexis Ware in parentheses, okay? I just started following it today on Facebook. There are so many screenshots going back and forth. A lot of suspicious screenshots that came from her boyfriend or baby daddy, TJ Patterson, I believe they said. Now, let's talk about TJ for a second. I'm going to try to tell his story again. Like, I could have swore there was a part of the interview that I seen earlier where he said the situation, and I just wanted y'all to hear what he said. It just didn't make sense. Not saying he's guilty of anything, because we don't even know what's going on with Alexis, but it just didn't make sense. So she called, she was going to drop the kids off to him at a 7-Eleven. The reason why they met at a 7-Eleven is because she was out of gas. So she's dropping the kids off to him. That means they're going with him. But then he proceeds to say that they get in the car. She was going to follow him to his mom's house. What would be the purpose of bringing him the kids just to follow him to his mom's house? Doesn't even make sense. But that is, like I said, everyone's opinion. Like, it's just a little incomplete there. Everything makes sense kind of up until there. And then she didn't end up following him to his mom's house. She speeds by him, doesn't answer her phone anymore, cuts her phone off. It's going straight to voicemail. A lot of talk about Alexis needing a break and things like that. I probably said this, but in my humble opinion, women, especially black women, it's just certain things that we don't do. When I say I need a break from my kid or work or whatever like that, I don't mean I'm about to just run off and disappear. I really just mean I need a break, and I'm going to get some type of break, but it's not going to be where everybody looking for me. The news is doing stories. I got the police interrogating my baby daddy or whatever. Like, I don't really think that's what she meant by a break. Even though I have never met a beautiful girl, sound like she's a hustler. You know what I'm saying? She gets to the business, as y'all can see. Her hair is always laid. She's a hairstylist. I found that out. But Mr. TJ, he just so suspect to me because, for one, that story doesn't make sense. And then two, just with his sketchy past and, you know, the fact that it's out there now, so I can say it. But Alexis put up $20K to bail him out of jail for a previous murder. So, not to judge anybody by their past, this means that you do have the mental capacity to take someone's life. And also, there are photos going around that I believe Alexis put out herself where she has bruises and black eyes. These bruises and black eyes came from TJ. Also, again, y'all just been studying the group. If y'all want to follow it, Finding Alexis Ware on Facebook. It's a group. Also, she came to drop the kids off. The little boy is his. I believe the daughter is not. They said that she wouldn't even just bring her kids to him if she was going, you know what I'm saying, be gone long term or a long time or whatever. So the whole thing is sketchy to the point where they trying to say it wasn't even her driving her car at the 7-Eleven. Rumors about the 7-Eleven not having camera footage. Rumors about them having camera footage and only a few people seeing it. Then, after everybody like, okay, she's missing, she did kind of need a break or whatever, then they end up finding her car in McCormick. The 7-Eleven was in Anderson. So, she leave from Anderson, drive off fast, got her phone off, and just go drop her car off in McCormick in a rural area, and then what? Go on her break? We just got to be a little more, a little more smarter about this situation. If TJ didn't do nothing to her, and I pray that he didn't, I pray that she really is just somewhere like, I don't feel like dealing with life right now. I will be back. That would be the light at the end of this tunnel. Looking at this dude's history and just hearing a lot of sketchy things about him and his behavior and his past, his presence, from my understanding, y'all know these groups be telling everything. They say you're on TikTok, turning up and stuff. Not saying he can't live his life, because life does go on. Y'all know I lost my brother. As guilty as I feel, life goes on. You know, you don't die with anybody or you don't disappear with anybody. But they say he been on TikTok, turning up and all this type of stuff. I just don't know what to think anymore. Let me say about that. I already felt the story didn't make sense, but then when I started following the group, I just feel even more perplexed about the whole situation, because they threw in a lot of insults and a lot of screenshots that don't make sense, and a lot of timelines that just don't make sense. And last thing I want to mention is on one of the recent threads that I've seen is people were questioning, internet detectives, people were questioning why her family reported her missing so quickly. Some people are different. Some people, their family know they don't communicate well. Some people are right up on their family. So if their family don't hear from them, their phone is going to voicemail. The person ain't picked up their kids, but they ain't told nobody the plan. Her family knew that this was out of her character. So as soon as they felt like someone right, I believe that next day they went ahead and called and done a missing persons report. Kind of like the girl, the college student who I done the case on in also Florida, where the maintenance man broke in her house and did that evil stuff to her. Her family moved so quick on that. I was just so impressed that they was at that apartment that night, talking to the maintenance man, going off on him like, yeah, we heard you was thirsty. Where's our cousin? It wasn't even enough time to me for me to be suspicious. Like, I'd be like, oh, my cousin just busy. She must want to talk tomorrow. Like, nah, they was there. This family done the same thing. And they went in the comments and they said the reason why we reported her so quickly is because she don't do stuff like that. She's always communicating. She's always on the map. And this particular part, I'm not all the way understanding. The day that she went missing, she told her mom that at her apartment complex here in Greenville, there was a black truck outside that was suspicious to her or something. And I think she called the police to talk about that. There's just too many things going on with this story for us to really speculate. But for the people who are using their brain and their common sense, they would definitely know people who are involved in this story that are very close to her aren't telling everything, even if it's nothing sinister. Even if somebody knows she's somewhere hiding out, it just ain't making sense to me. So I'm going to try to keep y'all updated. Now that I'm like tuned in up on it, I want to stay updated. So I might as well report it back to the gang. But definitely let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all think I'm crazy? Y'all think I'm being judgmental about TJ or whatever? And I'm not really trying to be, but I am a true crime junkie. And when these type of situations happen and the person be with somebody that kind of got a past like that, it just lets you know what the person is capable of. One more thing, y'all, for the other true crime junkies that's gonna watch this. Chris Watts, that's one of the biggest, terriblest horror stories, true crime stories that ever hit the map. Chris Watts is the white guy from Colorado. Look, I'm getting so excited I can't even talk. The white guy from Colorado who had a beautiful wife, Shannon. She was a hustler too, making good money. They were in, a lot of debt or whatever. Had two little girls together. Chris done met a side chick, decided he didn't want a family no more, knocked off his whole family, put the two little girls in oil tanks at his job. I'm talking about, I gotta redo that story, y'all, but these little girls was like, 2, 4, and 6 or something like that. Shoved their little bodies through an oil tank that their bodies didn't even fit in. And the wife was almost 2 months pregnant, buried her on that same oil field. And y'all, it's just a crazy case. But the one thing he kept saying on the news when they interviewed him was, I just want them back. And when I was watching the interview, why TJ let that come out his mouth? We all just want her back. I was like, no. But any person that's in true crime, though, whenever we hear somebody say that and they're like kind of like a person of interest or a suspect, we always think of Chris Watts and how he never
with
really...
the kids. But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like, I want them back now. Like that's what's in my head. Like, if they're safe right now, they're gonna come back. But if they're
I ain't gonna get into that, y'all. It's a whole other video. But yeah, join the Facebook group, y'all. All y'all psychics, please stop reading stuff on people when I don't even know if we have real prophets walking the earth these days. If we do, okay, cool. Let them do it. But some of these people, you can just tell they just making up stuff and trying to get views and stuff like that. Like, and I don't think that's fair to play with someone's fate and someone's life like that. I honestly and truly hope she comes home when stuff like this happens, you got to think about yourself being in the situation. So I just want the best for her. Whatever happens, I hope that it's the best for her kids, you know, which that would be their mom coming home. But comment on the video. I do not mind adverse opinions, but don't bring that trolling over here. I don't care about no local stuff. Keep your opinions, whether you agree with me or not, just keep them respectful. That's all I'm saying. Comment on the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one.